Now, this is what you call the ultimate summer blockbuster movie. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. My name is Dalal, and welcome to Popcorn and Soda, the show where we discuss all things movies, pop culture, and so much more. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for making moi a small part of your day. Twisters, a film that is a pseudo sequel / set in the same universe as the beloved Bill Paxton movie that came out like 20 plus years ago. This film stars the very talented Daisy Edgar-Jones, and of course, everyone's favorite cowboy, Mr. Glen Powell. Stacked cast, doesn't stop there. Anthony Ramos, and of course, the Man of Steel himself, David Cornsweet. This film is an absolute joy. I cannot recommend this movie enough to anyone who's looking to watch a big popcorn movie this summer. Directed by Mr. Lee Isaac Chung, who also directed the Academy Award nominated Minari, and this film is just a blast. I had such a good time with Twisters that I literally left with a big smile on my face because I was not expecting this movie to be what it was. Me watching the trailers, I knew it's going to be big, dumb summer fun. There's always a movie every year that kind of comes out that's really out there, and it's like, you know, you could tell it's made for the summer audience, for the big screen, and 90% of them kind of let you down. This movie is awesome, and I was surprised that I had such a great time with it. Not because of the people who are making the film or anything like that. It's just I'm not as much into the natural disaster films, but this movie is one of the best movies of the summer by far. And again, let's kind of dive into a bit of the story, what it's about. Then we'll tackle what I liked about the movie, things that didn't really work for me, and ideally who this movie is for. So the film follows Daisy Edgar-Jones's character named Kate, who is this meteorologist, storm chaser, who had a crew of friends who they all go to Oklahoma to chase down some tornadoes to learn more about them and how they can help prevent them to the best of their ability and how they can break apart a tornado to help save human lives. And, you know, tragedy strikes, and that kind of takes Kate out of the industry where she wants to have nothing to do with the world of storm chasing. Movie picks up 5 years later where someone from her past, Anthony Ramos, comes back into her life asking her to please help him out because she is one of the top storm chasers. And of course, it's the whole I've been out of the game, but I don't want to come back in, but please come do this for this one time. And she comes, and the story kind of begins from there. And that is where we meet the star of this film, Mr. Glen Powell. I can do no wrong right now, literally. He is this tornado wrangler, storm chaser named Tyler Owens, who's kind of like a YouTuber, influencer kind of guy. He's really putting that TikTok face out there, and he's got his own crew of like rebels that do it their own way versus Kate and Anthony Ramos's character, who are very science-driven, facts-driven, versus Tyler Owens, who is all about the feeling and being in the trenches and tackling these tornadoes head on. And now we have two groups of people in Oklahoma where they're trying to capture the best way of stopping a tornado and what they can do to, in their own way, shape, or form, help. And of course, you've got the whole underlying attraction between Kate and Tyler, in which Kate thinks that Tyler is this tornado douchebag. But as the movie unravels and you start to get into the meat of the movie, you understand that Tyler is actually a really good guy. And the first impression that he makes isn't necessarily who he is as a person. So, what did I enjoy about this movie? Number one, the cast. The cast is so good in this movie. Again, I'm not going to name everyone all over again, but this performances by Daisy and Glen are just amazing. Some of the best chemistry I've seen in a movie all year. And much respects to Glen Powell and Daisy because they are really like becoming megastars. They're on their way of really becoming the it people in Hollywood right now. And you see why, because they're very likable, they're both super attractive, and at the same point, they're both very talented. And I loved their chemistry. I loved that they had this subtle love story brewing throughout the entire movie. It's very charming and cute. And it's one of the very few love stories in a movie that I actually really liked. I thought it was very, very cute. And I liked how it ended as well. I'm not going to get into the whole kiss or no kiss controversy, but all I will say is I thought that they did the right thing and they made the right choice with what happened in the end of the movie. So that right there, I loved. Great, great time watching these two perform. The second thing I really liked was the actual CG and effects of the movie. The twisters looked great. The tornadoes looked great. The settings looked great. The CG that was in there wasn't really bad. It was good. I thought it really, really made you feel like you're inside of a tornado or in an environment around a tornado. And that's a big, big, respect to the filmmakers of the movie and the special effects, because they did a great job of making you part of the movie. So I really enjoyed that. Lastly, I thought the storyline was good. I thought it was a very solid storyline, predictable in some ways, sure, but on the other side, I thought that it had heart to it. And I think that's what most summer movies lack. They focus so much on the spectacle of whatever it is that they're trying to show that they forget that at the core of every movie is relationships. If you don't care about the central characters, you're not going to care about the big explosions around you. So I think the story is crafted really well, in which, yes, it's about tornadoes and, twisters and the YouTube community kind of with Tyler Owens and all that. But at its core, it's all about helping people and saving lives. And I really like that because it amplified everything else. Those are things that I really liked about the movie. What I didn't like about the film, hard to say, because I really, really like this film. I literally cannot say how much I adored this film. If you really wanted to nitpick, maybe at certain points in the middle, I thought the pacing felt a little slow, in which Tyler and Kate start to bond at Kate's mother's home. And then she starts to open up to Tyler about, her past ideas and what she really wanted to implement. I thought some of that maybe slowed down the movie a little. Maybe there's like 10 minutes of it where I felt like a little, okay, let's keep going. But besides that, I've got nothing. Like, I had a great time with Twisters. And that is why I love movies, because they can surprise you. They can give you a great experience, a bad experience. And a movie like Twisters was just top notch. So, you guys know me. I don't give out star ratings. I don't give out number values for the movie. I have it pretty simple. Is this a movie theater movie? Is this a streaming movie? Or is this a film that you kind of put on a rainy day where it's playing in the back, but you're like not even really paying attention? This is the ultimate summer blockbuster movie theater movie. I loved Twisters, and I think watching on the big screen just made me like it even more. So I know this movie is out on streaming now, so if you want to watch it in streaming, absolutely go nuts, have a great time with it. But if you want to have a better experience, find a theater that's still playing it, because you are going to love your experience of this film, because it was truly made for the big screen. I truly believe that. And again, last thing, Glen Powell, this guy is Mr. Hollywood right now. He's such a likable character in this movie, and he's such a likable guy. He's got so much charisma. He's got that like McConaughey, Texan boy, good old country boy vibe to him. And I'm a big fan of Glen Powell. I truly think that the sky is the limit for him. And equally as much, I'm going to give David Cornsweet a big shout out, because he's one of my favorite actors. And I think the world is not ready yet with what he is going to do with Superman, because he is just going to knock it out of the park. So there you have it, guys. Those are my thoughts on Twisters. What did you think, more importantly? Comment below, and please do share your thoughts on the film. As always, I'd greatly appreciate it if you can take 5 seconds out of your day to hit that like button, that subscribe, that share, and that notification bell to get up to date on all of my upcoming videos. That's it, guys. Go watch Twisters. Hell of a time. And I'll see you next time on Popcorn and Soda.